Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about section 7.8, and it's going to be pretty quick. First of all, we're going to evaluate 125 to the negative 1/3. Since we have a negative exponent here, we need to make it positive by putting it in the denominator. And then what multiplied by itself 3 times gives us 125? It is 5. How about this one? If I put this fraction in the denominator, it would look like this. Oops, sorry, I need parentheses here. It would look like this. And when I'm dividing by a fraction, aren't I just multiplying by the reciprocal? So anytime we have a negative exponent on a fraction, we can simply rewrite it as its reciprocal. So I'm going to put 243 in the numerator and 32 in the denominator, and now my exponent is positive. Essentially, we just divided 1 by this fraction, and we've got to rewrite it as a reciprocal with a positive power. Now let's take the fifth root first. The fifth root of 243 is 3, and the fifth root of 32 is 2. Now I'm going to raise it to the, like we already did this, we took it to the fifth root. Now I'm going to raise it to the power of 2, and 3 squared is 9, and 2 squared is 4. All right, if we want to use this formula, and we're going to plug in n for 7, 7 for n, we get 440 times 2 to the power of negative 7 divided by 12. And on your calculator, this is easily simplified if you use order of operations. Begin with this right here. On your calculator, go ahead and do 2 to the power of, and put parentheses. And do negative 7 divided by 12 and close your parentheses. Negative 7 divided by 12. And then we'll do, multiply this by 440. And you should end up with an F value of 293.66. All right, our last example for the day is to solve when y is being raised to a negative fractional power. So we're going to raise it to the inverse power of negative 5/3. Notice that a negative times a negative becomes a positive, and 3/5 times 5/3 cancels to 1. So over here I get 1/8 to the negative 5/3, which means that I need to write it with a positive power. To do that, I'm going to write the reciprocal. 1/8's reciprocal is 8. And now my exponent is going to be positive. When I take that cube root, I get 2. And when I raise it to the power of 5, I get 32. All right. For tomorrow, evaluate these 3 questions without a calculator to the best of your abilities, and I will see you then.